It's like its own fire department built in one. It's its own pump engine, it's an EMS, it's an ambulance, and it's a transport vehicle and a command vehicle.
Maintaining a presence along Chicago's waterways allows the Chicago Fire Department to provide emergency services on the lake and river. The city's water safety plan calls for the deployment of the Chicago Police Marine Unit and the Chicago Fire Department when an emergency arises. Each agency has its role to play when responding to an incident, but it's the Fire Department unit that is out here 24/7 year-round.
The Chicago Fire Department, we respond to boats in distress, boat fires, drownings, cars into the water, either the river or the lake. And the fire department is a primary response agency for those type of incidents in Chicago.
The Fire Department's Air-Sea Rescue Unit is comprised of a scuba team, helicopter, and a fleet of boats. The department's recent acquisition of a new fireboat will help support its operations even better. The boat is named the Christopher Wheatley, after one of the department's own who was killed last year in a West Loop fire.
It's a credit to him because it's kind of about what he was about. A fast guy, a hard worker, a guy that could do anything, and that's kind of what this boat does.
The new boat is now the primary emergency watercraft for the fire department, superseding its predecessor that was built in 1949.
There's a lot of technology that's evolved since 1949. Far better upgraded sonar, radar, radio communications.
Its acquisition funded through grants, the fire department was able to spec out the boat's features to handle any potential emergency situation.
When the fire department was looking at designing this boat, we knew we wanted one to be an icebreaker so we could still do our mission out in Lake Michigan in January and February. There's a decon area for any type of sea burn event or a terrorist attack where we could decon people. There's EMS treatment and triage areas. There's also a command and control center on it where we can shoot pictures back to the OEMC, where this would actually be the command post for a mass rescue incident on the lake.
On board are 120 life vests and life rafts with the capacity for 150 people. The Christopher Wheatley can also serve as a mobile pumping station, spraying 16,000 gallons of water out per minute.
It could either be a pumping station or with the turrets we could actually shoot the water. You can see the size of the turrets, the water goes pretty far. We could shoot probably 150 to 200 feet.
While the Christopher Wheatley is housed along Chicago's lakefront, because the Chicago Fire Department is a member of the mutual aid system MABUS, the boat can be deployed to help out other communities if needed.
The old fireboat has numerous times gone down to Joliet to fight refinery fires. And we still have that agreement now. Or if they need more scuba divers, we can send suburbs more scuba divers or dive teams or boats or whatever they request.
The likelihood of more water-related incidents elevates with increased lakefront usage in the summer. Chief Fox says those enjoying the lakefront need to take responsibility to ensure their own safety. The key for boaters, he says, is to take a boating safety class.
And if they would just take a safe boating class, it would give them the basics of what they have to know.
That includes always wearing a personal flotation device, carrying a marine radio on the water and a cell phone, and telling someone where you're going and when you'll be back. Swimmers should also take safety precautions before going into the water.
Only swimming in approved areas where the park district has lifeguards. Don't go in the water if you've been drinking too much. Make sure you keep an eye on your kids. There's far too many incidents where young kids have just wandered off and the adult supervision isn't there.
A few precautions will keep you safe along the lake. But if there is an incident, the Chicago Fire Department is ready to respond and ready to help.